Do you ever get the feeling that time is slipping through your fingers? As we get older, it's natural to wonder how to keep that zest for life, that boundless energy, and that simple joy alive. Believe me, I understand. A few years back, at 64, I found myself on a park bench, feeling like life was outpacing me. Then, I saw a gentleman around 78 years old playing frisbee with his granddaughter, his laughter echoing with youthful exuberance. It dawned on me, growing older isn't about slowing down, but about living with more intention and joy. If you're eager to discover how to not just survive, but truly flourish in your golden years, then this video is just for you. I'm going to share 8 key insights I've gathered along my personal path. Easy, practical steps that can empower you to feel stronger, happier, and more complete. From the incredible impact of a daily walk to the vital role of laughter, these are the transformative habits that help me reclaim my energy, confidence, and sense of purpose. By the end of this video, you'll have concrete strategies that you can implement right away to enhance your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Whether your goal is to establish a reliable routine, embrace healthier eating habits, or simply find more reasons to laugh, I've got you covered. And the best part is that these tips don't involve expensive gym memberships or extreme lifestyle overhauls, just a few subtle tweaks to your daily life. Make sure to stay tuned until the end, where I'll reveal a special bonus tip to help you maintain a bright and cheerful spirit. You definitely won't want to miss it. If you haven't already, I highly recommend subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Your support is invaluable to me, and if you find this video helpful, please consider liking and sharing it to help me spread these valuable lessons further. If this video resonates with you, please leave a comment with a 1. If not, a 0 will help me understand how I can improve and create better content for you. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Walk your path to strength. I'll never forget the day I committed to walking, sparked by that park bench realization that I needed a change. Tying my shoelaces, I felt a mix of excitement and uncertainty. It was just a 20-minute stroll around the block, but that initial step felt huge. Initially, it was tough, I must admit. My breathing was labored, my legs ached, and I wondered if I had taken on too much. But then, something wonderful happened. As I continued walking, I felt a shift within me. The air seemed cleaner, and I found myself greeting neighbors I had never truly noticed before. Birds, once part of the background noise, suddenly captured my attention. Each flutter of their wings seemed to carry a deeper meaning. With each stride, my mind cleared, and a sense of calm washed over me, something I hadn't felt in ages. Now, a daily morning walk is more than just a habit. It's a source of strength. My legs feel stronger and more stable each day, and my mood has lifted, filling me with an inner light that brightens every aspect of my day. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that achieving strength requires pricey gym memberships or specialized equipment. But the truth is, all you truly need is a comfortable pair of shoes and an open mind to explore what lies beyond your doorstep. Whether it's a short walk to the local store, a peaceful meander through the park, or even just walking around your home, each step is progress towards something greater. It's your gateway to both physical strength and emotional resilience. And the best thing is, it doesn't cost a thing. Walking does more than transform your body. It reshapes your perspective on life. It teaches you that strength is built gradually through consistent, quiet effort. It reminds you that every journey, no matter how small, is significant, and that even on the toughest days, you have the power to take one more step forward. Tip number 2. Eat as an act of self-respect. I confess, I used to grab whatever was quickest and most convenient, no questions asked. Potato chips, fizzy drinks, the whole works. They were easy, they were fast, and they offered a fleeting moment of pleasure. But deep down, I knew I wasn't truly nourishing my body. I was simply filling it with empty calories and artificial additives that left me feeling tired and listless. Then, something changed. I decided to prepare a simple soup using fresh, vibrant vegetables that I had picked up at the local farmer's market. As I sat with that steaming bowl of soup, I took my first spoonful, and it felt like a warm hug from the inside out. There was something magical about it. A simple act of choosing to nurture my body in a way that felt loving and intentional. It was a reminder that I am worthy of taking care of myself. You don't have to make drastic changes overnight. Start small. Perhaps add a handful of fresh greens to your lunch, or opt for water instead of sugary drinks. These small choices are steps towards showing yourself the love you deserve. It's not about adhering to a strict diet. It's about making decisions that honor your body and provide it with the right kind of fuel. When you choose to nourish yourself with wholesome foods, you'll experience a significant difference, both physically and emotionally. It's as if your body starts to express its gratitude, and honestly, it's a wonderful sensation. You'll feel stronger, more energized, and more connected to the real you. Believe me, you won't regret it. Every small decision you make in favor of your own well-being accumulates, and before long, you'll realize just how much you're capable of when you treat yourself with love and respect. Tip number 3. Embrace laughter often. There's something truly transformative about laughter, something that transcends age and the passage of time. It's as if, in the act of laughing, we reconnect with our inner selves, releasing the burdens that often weigh us down. I'd like to share a tradition that my dear friend Margaret and I started a few years ago. We've known each other for many years, and while life has changed in countless ways, there's always been a comforting simplicity to our friendship. We initiated what I can only describe as a modest, yet heartwarming, weekly ritual: movie night. It wasn't anything extravagant, no elaborate meals or lavish decorations, just the two of us, a large bowl of buttery popcorn, and those timeless comedies that somehow never lose their charm. You know, those classic films that possess a certain magic, a way of making you feel like you're stepping into another world, where everything feels lighter. I vividly recall one particular evening. We were watching a film with the most absurd slapstick humor. A scene unfolded that was so utterly ridiculous, so over the top, that Margaret and I simply lost it. We laughed so intensely that we couldn't catch our breath. Tears streamed down our faces, and for a brief moment, the world outside that room ceased to exist. I forgot all my worries. Every stress, every doubt, every anxiety I had at that moment vanished. It was as if laughter had washed it all away, leaving me feeling lighter and more carefree than I had in a long time. It was truly one of those rare moments of pure joy that I will always cherish. And that's the beauty of laughter, isn't it? It's free. It costs nothing. Yet it's more potent than any prescription or expensive therapy. Sometimes, when I reflect on it, I feel like laughter is the secret healing gift that we all possess. It doesn't require a grand event or a dramatic change. It simply requires a moment, a willingness to let go, and an open heart. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, I think back to those nights with Margaret. I call up a friend and share a funny story, watch a silly show, or even just sit quietly and chuckle to myself about life's little quirks. It's incredible how something so simple can shift your entire mood and perspective. Laughter in its purest form is truly healing. It's like a balm for the soul. It clears your mind, soothes your heart, and lightens your spirit. I've come to realize that no matter what life throws at you, there's always room for a little laughter, even in the most challenging times. When you're laughing, you're fully present in the moment. You're not preoccupied with what's to come or dwelling on what's already past. You're simply here, right now, savoring the simple joy of the moment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please leave a comment with a 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It keeps you young at heart. I'm certain of that. Laughter helps you retain that childlike wonder, that ability to find joy in the smallest of things. Life can be demanding, and there are moments when it feels like you're carrying a heavy burden. But when you laugh, you remind yourself that the weight of the world doesn't have to weigh you down all the time. It's like a reset button for your spirit, a way to break free from the burdens of adult responsibilities and rediscover the lightness that comes so naturally to children. So, I urge you, laugh often. Don't wait for a special occasion or a perfect moment. Find the humor in your everyday life. Share a funny story with a friend. Watch that silly show that always makes you laugh, even if you've seen it 100 times. When you feel yourself becoming overwhelmed, take a moment to simply chuckle at the absurdity of it all. Life is messy, unpredictable, and at times downright frustrating, but it's also beautiful and filled with moments worth laughing about. Ultimately, laughter is one of the simplest, yet most powerful tools we have to connect with ourselves, and with the joy that is always just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Laugh, and you'll find that the weight of the world isn't quite so heavy. It lifts your spirit, rejuvenates your heart, and makes life feel just a little bit lighter. That's a gift that we can all give ourselves. Tip number 4. Establish a routine. Following my retirement, I felt like I was drifting aimlessly, much like a ship without a rudder. Everything felt disorganized and without purpose. I missed the structure that my job had provided, so I decided to take charge and create a sense of rhythm in my days. It wasn't anything complicated, just simple activities to mark the passage of time and give my life renewed purpose. I began with a cup of coffee at 8 each morning, a seemingly small thing, but it quickly became a cherished ritual. I looked forward to the warmth in my hands, a comforting start as I prepared for the day ahead. Then, at 9, I would go for a walk. Nothing strenuous, just a peaceful stroll to clear my head and breathe in the fresh air. And at noon, I set aside time to read, to nourish my mind and escape into a world of words. It's not a rigid schedule by any means. I've learned that flexibility is key in this new chapter of life, but it provides me with something to anchor myself to each day. One morning, I even started feeding the birds in my backyard. They've become my little companions, greeting me with their curious eyes and reminding me of the simple joys that life still holds. Honestly, it's remarkable how something as small as that can add a spark of joy to your day. Having a routine, no matter how simple, offers a sense of stability and grounding. It keeps you present in the moment and gives you something to anticipate each morning. I encourage you to give it a try. You don't need to adhere to someone else's idea of a perfect routine. Make it your own. Find what resonates with you, what fills your heart with warmth and a sense of purpose. Life, particularly in later years, becomes about cherishing these small, precious moments. Believe me, establishing a routine has been one of the best gifts I've given myself. Tip number 5. Engage in conversation. For a long time, I kept everything bottled up inside, convincing myself that I shouldn't burden others with my thoughts or feelings. It was as if my problems were mine alone to handle, a mindset that only intensified my sense of isolation. But one day, unexpectedly, my granddaughter called. We talked for over an hour about nothing in particular. We simply caught up on life, shared some laughs, and exchanged a few stories. But something about that conversation shifted something within me. I felt a weight lift from my shoulders, a quiet sense of relief that only talking can bring. It was as if all the unspoken words and emotions found their way out through that phone call, and suddenly the world didn't feel quite so heavy. There's something deeply healing about simply reaching out to someone, anyone. It doesn't have to be a profound conversation, and it certainly doesn't need to be with someone close to you. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple exchange of words. Pick up the phone, join a local book club, or even strike up a conversation with the friendly barista at your neighborhood coffee shop. You'd be amazed at how much even the smallest connection can make you feel seen, heard, and understood. We live in a world that often encourages us to keep our struggles to ourselves, but I've come to understand that sharing, whether it's a laugh or a moment of vulnerability, is what keeps loneliness at bay. It's a reminder that we're not alone, even in the toughest of times, and that connection, even if brief, can transform the way we perceive the world and ourselves. The truth is, reaching out isn't just a way to get through the day. It's an act of courage and self-care. So don't hesitate. Take that step and let the simple act of talking remind you of the beauty of human connection. Tip number 6. Explore something novel. You know, looking back on the past year, I did something that surprised even me. I enrolled in a painting class. Yes, me, someone who had never even considered working with paint before. There I was, my hands covered in colorful paint, trying to recreate some scenery I had in my head. It was nothing short of chaotic. The paintbrush kept slipping, my hands felt clumsy, and the canvas I created looked nothing like the original scenery. But you know what? I couldn't stop laughing. I laughed at myself, at the mess, at the unpredictability of it all. And despite it being far from perfect, that painting now proudly hangs on my wall, a testament to my willingness to step outside my comfort zone. There's a unique kind of joy in that imperfection, a sense of accomplishment that can't be measured by perfection, only by courage. It made me realize something. Life has a way of becoming a little brighter when you dare to try something new, no matter how small or seemingly silly it might feel. Perhaps for you, it's picking up knitting needles for the first time, or sitting quietly in your living room, listening to your favorite music. Maybe it's something more daring, like trying a yoga pose you've always dreamed of mastering, but never had the nerve to attempt. The magic happens when we let go of our fear of failure and allow ourselves to simply experience the beauty of trying, of being vulnerable and imperfect. Stepping out of your comfort zone isn't just about learning a new skill. It's about awakening parts of your soul that you didn't even know were dormant. It's about rediscovering the childlike joy of exploration and feeling the heart-pounding excitement of the unknown. When we push ourselves, we open doors to new perspectives, new experiences, and even new aspects of ourselves that we never knew existed. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please leave a comment with a 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. So, I ask you, what's one thing you've always wanted to try, but have held back from? Don't let that hesitation stop you. Go for it. You deserve that feeling of personal growth and joy that comes with embracing something unfamiliar. I promise you, the mess you make along the way will be worth every moment. Tip number 7. Prioritize sleep like a pro. There was a point in my life when I frequently stayed up late, my mind buzzing with anxieties about the day ahead. The weight of tomorrow's obligations kept me awake, tossing and turning in the darkness. I couldn't quiet my thoughts, and the stress seemed to erode my sense of calm. But then, something wonderful happened. I made a simple, yet transformative decision. I started winding down in a way that nurtured both my mind and my physical well-being. I welcomed the tranquility, settling down with a book and the gentle glow of a bedside lamp, instead of endlessly scrolling through social media on my phone, or watching yet another mindless television show. No screens, no distractions, just the calming presence of a good story and soft, soothing light. And I must tell you, the results were nothing short of remarkable. One night, I finally drifted into such a deep and restful sleep that I dreamed I was soaring above the clouds, feeling the freedom and peace that only a good night's rest can provide. That dream wasn't just a dream, it was a reminder of the incredible power that true, restorative sleep holds. Sleep isn't merely a necessity, it's a healing force, a way for your body and soul to rejuvenate after a long day. I've learned through personal experience that sleep isn't something to take for granted, especially as we grow older. It's your superpower, your secret weapon for waking up with a clear mind and renewed energy to tackle whatever challenges come your way. So, do yourself a favor. Set a consistent bedtime, dim the lights, and honor your need for rest. Allow your body to reset, refresh, and heal. Believe me, when you make sleep a priority, you wake up not just rested, but ready to take on the world with a calm mind and a heart full of strength. Tip number 8. Celebrate your achievements. Last month, after an exceptionally challenging week, where everything seemed to present an obstacle, I decided to do something special for myself. I treated myself to a piece of my favorite cake simply because I had persevered, and I can assure you, that slice wasn't just a dessert. It was a symbol of resilience, of weathering the storm, and of allowing myself a moment of grace. It wasn't about boasting or seeking recognition, but about honoring the journey I had been on. Every step I've taken, every battle I've faced, deserves to be acknowledged. It's about taking that valuable time to pause, reflect, and give thanks for everything I've experienced. When was the last time you celebrated yourself, genuinely and wholeheartedly? Whether it's writing down something you're incredibly proud of, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts, basking in the beauty of who you are, it's crucial to take that moment. And if you're feeling bold, raise a glass, whether it's a sparkling beverage, a favorite cocktail, or even a cup of herbal tea, and toast to yourself. Toast to the courage you've displayed, the love you've shared, and the obstacles you've overcome. Life isn't always easy, and we often forget that the small victories, the quiet moments of strength, deserve to be celebrated as well. You've earned that recognition deeply. Every day we face challenges, but we also cultivate resilience. Celebrate that resilience. Celebrate the beautiful soul that you are, for it is those moments of self-celebration that truly keep your spirit alive, glowing, and ready for whatever lies ahead. As we come to a close, I'd like to ask you what you've learned so far. Whether it's the importance of celebrating yourself, or recognizing your strength after a tough week. I hope this message has reminded you of the value of taking time for self-appreciation. I'd love to hear what resonates with you the most. What's one thing you've learned today that you plan to incorporate into your life? Please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments section below this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support means the world, and together we can continue to inspire and uplift one another. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.